And we are live, ladies.
Hey.
Live, ladies. We live. Hey, we're live, ladies. We live. Hey, hey. It's the Queen Takeover. Okay,
Hey,
I'm hitting my microphone like I'm doing too much.
you
We
doing
are
too much.
live.
Is it your face? Anywho,
We are live, Cole. Let me know if you can see. What you say, see?
I ain't saying it again.
Yeah.
Okay, message me that because I missed it. Hello, family. Welcome, QT fam, to another Queen's Takeover podcast. Hello, we got people coming in. Hello. Y'all know you got to,
Hello.
we can say something back, but
Hey,
hello.
y'all. What's going on?
It's the Queen
What's the other day in the next room?
Takeover. Huh?
I said, what's the other day in the next room? Somebody, hello.
It is.
Like, come on in. I'm just in
Listen,
the
come
room.
through with the support. Come through with the support. I'm just not going to fight this sleeve anymore because it keeps sliding off, so I'm not going to do it.
And dip.
God bless you too. Queen Nee is in the building.
Hey.
Queen
Yeah.
Ashley is in the building. Hello.
Hey, Ashley.
Hello.
Oh.
Y'all know we're going to ask y'all to share the show on your page so we can have more people joining on this amazing conversation we're about to have. It's about to be amazing.
Please like, share, comment.
All that.
All that good stuff.
All of that.
We need all.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. And we love you.
Love you.
We love you. We love you. We're so excited. We have some great topics today. Come on, Coley Cole.
Hi, QT family. Hi, Queens. How are y'all today?
Let us know in the comments what type of day you're having today. Queens and Kings. How is it going for you?
It's a great day.
Listen, it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. Y'all have grace for us. It's a Tuesday. See that sleeve? I'm just gonna let it be. It's gonna.
Let it drop.
I'm gonna let it
Just
do
let
it.
it
It's not
drop.
giving. So I'm
Just
gonna
let
let
it
it do what it do. Oh,
let it
okay.
drop.
Well, see if I let it drop.
I mean,
Thank you for sharing.
people ain't ready for all that goodness.
They ain't ready for it.
They ain't
Thank
ready
you,
for it.
Queen Nee, for sharing. What's
Thank
up,
you.
King? We got James in the building. How you doing?
Hey, James.
That is my
Good.
friend, my love. How you doing? Kiss the king for me.
Well, see, you got
The
your
queen.
tongue
Kiss
tied.
the queen for me. I am very tongue tied. It's a
Oh.
Tuesday. Okay, so Ashley said it's been a day. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a day.
Come
Queen
on.
Nee says, happy to see y'all. My day is well. All righty. So
All right.
the Fab Boot day. Let's do this, ladies.
All right, Queen.
Ooh.
All right, QT family. Welcome back to the Queen's Takeover. We are your hosts. I am Nicole. You have Nikki Johnson and Sierra Pleasant. What's up, girls?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Look at Ashley getting all healthy and things.
All
She
right.
listening while she getting her miles in. Hey,
Better
boy.
work it.
Hey.
All right, Nikki, tell us. We have the segment where we share what we self-care moment. What was your self-care moment?
My favorite self-care moment of this past week was getting my life. I got my whole life, well, not my whole life, but I got a lot of organization done. So I have this thing when it's a lot of stuff on my mind, I'm trying to process. I get to cleaning and organizing and rearranging and throwing stuff away and putting stuff in its place. And I needed to do that because, ladies, you two know it's been a lot that is, So I did that, and there's nothing like organization and cleanliness for me. Like it's a thing. So that was my favorite self-care of the week. Is I got my life together. A lot of it, some of it, yeah.
All right now.
You gotta-
Miss Sierra.
And
Huh.
we are good, James. Thank you.
Self-care. I don't. Ooh, did I do anything, Jesus?
Did you read a book? Have you read anything?
I really haven't.
Exercise.
There it is.
Boom.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on, Nikki.
That's-
Come on. Help us with that.
There you go. She
I
exercised.
did do that. I did get back. I got back on my regimen of working out every morning. So that helped me get back in the routine of things. My body after the birthday turn up. My body's like, girl, you get your life. around these streets. So yeah, that was my self-care. I made sure I worked out every day. And I got to work out 2 times with my husband. We have different schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a family affair.
It's
Come
a
on
family
now.
affair. So we have different schedules. So that was a blessing to work out with him twice this week. So yeah.
All right. I love that. I may have me and husband work out with one day. Until then, it's me and Jesus and my dog. It's okay. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. I can walk till you step in.
Yep.
It's
Voila.
all good.
Oh, let's see, my self-care moment, as you ladies know, it's been a very trying week. And I learned that it was okay to let go and cry. I hadn't had a real good cry.
That's a big girl moment. That's another big girl moment.
Yeah. You all know that I'm going through a situation right now, and I was not okay in the beginning after learning some news. And then my sisters let me know it was okay to be vulnerable and cry. So I've been doing good ever since then because I was lost for a moment. So that was my self-care moment, to learn to be okay to cry.
So proud of you.
So therapeutic.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And Sierra and Nikki, I want to thank you for checking on me and also being the shoulder to be there, because I really was not okay.
Gotcha.
Our privilege.
Love you, girl. We love you, girl.
Love you too. All right, audience, what was your self-care moment of the week? Drop it in the comments.
Tell us what yours was. What you did.
We all try to take care of everybody. We all try to take care of one another. So we keep on
It's
living.
too small.
Very therapeutic.
Thank you, Ashley. It sure was. It really, really was.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah, you enjoy your walk, Ashley, and stay vigilant and careful. But you enjoy that walk, sis.
Okay. We had the royal shout out. Well, we shout out someone for their crown. Do y'all have anyone?
I do. Did you want to go first, see?
I don't have anybody.
Well, I want to commend the crown of 2 queens and a king. Those are all friends of mine and a grandmother of a young man who was murdered at the age of 24. He was buried today. So I want to commend their crowns. That it's not an easy situation because they have no idea who did it. And he was the youngest of all the kids. I'm going to say nothing else about that because I'm going to get through this show. So I want to commend their crowns. And then I want to commend the crown of Lizzo and Shirley Ralph for winning Emmys. If you have not seen it, if you watch nothing else, Google Shirley Lee Ralph's acceptance speech. It's a whole church moment. It's ministry. And then for Lizzo, so I had talked about her show on their POV and this show before. Her show is amazing. If you have not seen it, but the fact that she won an Emmy for it, and I loved her acceptance speech too. So those are the crowns that I want to commend today to Bridget, Joe, and Helena. I love you guys, still praying, and to Lizzo and Shirley Ralph. So those are the crowns I want to commend. We got 2 comments whenever you're ready for them.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all want to hit it?
Mine was reading Heaven by Bert. Please pray for Rebecca Ivan, my baby daughter. She's not feeling well. Sure will. I said no to the kids on taking them somewhere. Time to myself and my husband. Date night.
Let's go.
Date night.
Yes, come through. Say it. No, no, it's me and my baby tonight. I love that.
You took my crowns too. That's who I was gonna do. Lizzo and Cheryl. I've been watching that speech.
You can still do them. Why do you come in?
I've been watching Cheryl's speech over and over and over.
I want to learn that song. I want to learn that song because she killed that. She killed it.
Yep. So, but yep. So, Nikki, you want to start the topics?
Let's go.
Anybody else want to shout out or give a shout out for someone on their crown?
Let it go. Let it go. Please like, share, and comment.
Like, share, and come in.
Like, hey.
I'm gonna name my
Our
little
first
songbird.
is one that I brought because pretty sure nobody's watching right now that hasn't heard about it. But Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, we're talking about the controversial Skit Backlash that they received. It's just so much to this whole story. And it's like when I first wanted to talk about it, it wasn't even that much out about it. It's so much more now. And I've actually seen the skit. Very disturbing.
Right.
Incredibly it's disturbing to no end. But I think what really caused us to even know about this skit, because this skit has been talked about before back in 2018. I think it was by Gossip magazine, was some recent comments that Aries Spears made about Lizzo, speaking of, saying that she looked like the boo-boo emoji,
right?
She looked like a plate of mashed potatoes, and then made a comment that we women should not be condoning the way that she looks. We should pull her aside and be like, sis, you're not healthy. You need to get healthy, as if being a certain size meant you were not healthy and being skinny meant you were. But I digress. And as soon as he made those shots, call it coincidence, I don't know, but the video begins to surface, and it's not good. So there is a pending action. I have to say that because anyway, Jane Doe and John Doe, or who they are going by, which are they are dope. Well, no, because he's 14. They're older now, but they were younger back in the time when these skits were created. But supposedly Tiffany Haddish was a good friend of the family and had talked the mom into allowing them to be in what was said to them to be Nickelodeon, basically like Nickelodeon skits. And so Tiffany took the kids to participate in these skits. The one that Jane Doe, who is the oldest, she's 22 now, she participated in one where the way she described it in the court documents. You remember the movie Lady and the Tramp? You remember the spaghetti scene? How she was supposed to mimic that with Aries, with a sandwich or something. And it was some other things and supposedly some teaching of how to simulate oral sex and a couple other inappropriate things. The next one would be the brother that is in the skit, that the scene that the skit, I don't know what we're calling it, that I'm so disturbed by it. But he was then taken to be in this Nickelodeon skit, and so many inappropriate things happened. We'll get more into the skit in a minute. But since then has written a letter about how he has been dealing with all of this since all of that happened, and how he doesn't like to be out in public. He doesn't like to have his picture taken. He doesn't like to be video recorded, because he doesn't know who has seen this skit. For a long time, he had to tell himself that he was not gay. He did not cause it to happen, that it was the adults and not him. It's just so many things he has gone through because of the things that were not in the skit, but that happened, that he's explaining happened, and the things that were in the skit, which are so disturbing. The crazy part about it is at the very end of the skit, it's supposed to be, he says, like, be careful who you leave your child with, because it's titled Through the Eyes of a Pedophile. I don't even know if we can say that on YouTube, but you know what I mean. And everything in it could have been left out to still get to the same point. Very, very disturbing video. And I'm gonna stop there and let y'all talk.
I watched the skit. When we thought about doing this topic, I was like, do you really? okay, let me go watch the skit. And it's very disturbing. It's inappropriate on so many levels.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was going to be like an SNL skit. You know how they do racy things, and it's just But Nikki made a point. She's like, no, see, it's a little boy. It's not a grown man acting like a little boy. It's a little boy, and that just changed the whole dynamic of the skit for me. And the allegations that has been put before for both Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, I is disturbing, and I hope you never know what kids go through. You never know what could be happening behind closed doors. My question is though, is like, where were the parents? Like, did the parents just hand their kids off to them and be like, hey, okay, we'll come pick them up? Or were they present when these things were going on? And that's the part that really worries me, is that their parents weren't there to protect them. And that is the first layer of protection. And so that is just, it reminds me of Aaliyah, that whole, you didn't protect your child. Like, you was about that money, but you didn't protect your child. And so that's my take on it. I hope they get justice. I love Tiffany Haddish, but if she was a part of this, like, girl, you gotta do certain time. So I don't know until everything comes out and all that stuff, but it sucks because Tiffany Haddish has done so well, and has grown so much as a person. So we'll see what happens, but that's my take on it.
To answer your question about the mother, so because she was such a good friend of the family, or she trusted, and she told her, according to the court documents, she told her that it was a Nickelodeon type of thing, right? And so she took the kids, she took them to do the filming, and it was because the son came, the son came home crying. No, the son called her, I'm sorry, crying, saying he didn't want to keep filming. And when he came home, he kept crying. And the mother said, like, the kids just kind of changed after they did this. They weren't the same anymore. And the mother kept calling Haddish, according to the documents. I gotta keep saying that. She kept calling Haddish, trying to find out, okay, so what type of skit was this for Nickelodeon that he's crying? He keeps crying about it. And then she kept contacting Aries and kept saying, I want to see this film, the skit, excuse me. Okay. And he kept telling her it hadn't been edited yet. She kept trying, and he kept saying it hadn't been edited yet. And then eventually told her that the boy cried so much, it was so uncooperative, that there was no skit. And remember when I mentioned that it's been brought up before, because the skit actually still existed. Someone got a hold to it. Someone notified somebody, and that is how, I think it was Gossip Magazine, ended up finding out about it. There was some type of settlement, about $15,000 with it, but the mom felt so bad because she didn't protect her kids, or she felt she didn't, that she started having all kinds of issues and problems. All kinds of issues and problems became, it was a lot with that. So she trusted people is what happened, and she thought that they, I guess, were safe, until she realized that
they weren't.
Yeah, but because with the son, now, according to some of the documents, it was saying that the son didn't actually do it for Nickelodeon. He went to Aries' house.
Right, but remember that she told them it was for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they said Tiffany took the young guy to Aries' house and paid the young girl $100. Well, paid both of them $100 not to say anything, while Aries had the little boy in the room. And that's where he thought he was being taped, and that's where allegedly where the molestation started. But yeah, my thing is, like, with him now, okay, so People Magazine or People released a statement that Tiffany wants to speak out, but because it's illegal is in litigation now. She can't say anything. Her hands are tied. She really can't defend herself.
Right.
Not saying that she's innocent, but because if she's guilty, it needs to be justice needs to be served. And whereas now I'm looking at him sideways because I feel like the allegation came out. Then he started speaking about Lizzo. He's speaking about so many people just to make himself relevant that now he's saying, oh, after this, I think my career is dead. I'm going to be dead. There's no, dude, this is not a joke. You have taken 2 children's. Yeah. And then they said the mother has been trying to speak out on it, but because of, I guess, paperwork or whatever, or money wise, that attorneys are being paid off and they just won't take their case. But now that the children are of age where they can hire their own lawyers and stuff, is why it is starting to surface more. But yeah, my heart, when I watched it, I couldn't even watch it all the way. My heart broke for those kids, especially you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you, see. I love Tiffany. And just to hear her backstory and how she came around all these celebrities and they brought her, to the front to find out that you had all these dark stuff in your closet. Yeah.
In the court documents, the young woman is alleging that if for her particular skit scene, whatever, how she was taught how to simulate oral for the particular scene, and several other things, and was stated that the children in the documents that they were molested as well as being groomed and taught how to do certain things. Even the part in the skit with the little boy, how he's massaging that train and it looks just like it's supposed to look. And there was, because of the message at the very, very end, I kept saying, could there be something taken from it that and you can't. I mean, this is what I said before. Had this been an adult, just like they usually this had been an adult, I think somebody even said if this had been Tiffany playing the role with pigtails, you know what I'm saying, it would have been different. This baby was in his whitey tighties only. And so according to the documents, he was undressed by the two of them in another room. Now, see, the sister, they were paid the $100 on their way home. The sister was told that he needed to go in where he went to film. So she was in a whole nother area. And so it was him and whatever adults were around, including the crew, whoever was filming. And I remember there was a point when they were zooming in on the child. I'm gonna say it that way, in a very wrong spot. Right. I'm like, so the person that was doing the filming, I get it. Everybody trying to make it. That didn't bother you that you had to zoom in, that you had to tape any of this, because from the baby oil to the bath, it was just wrong. All wrong. It was wrong. It's so. And then the part that disturbed me the most was when the child began to do
what Aries did with the newspaper.
With the newspaper. Yeah. Those that haven't seen it, there's a scene where, no, it's not a scene, it's throughout the whole thing. He's looking at the child with the newspaper in front of him, but their eyes cut out so he can peek at the child. There's a point toward the middle end where the child peeks through the thing just like, and I understand what they're trying to say in the message, it just went too far. Yeah. And that poor baby, y'all, if y'all listen to or read the letter he's written about what he's gone through since then, it is heart-wrenching. He's afraid of adults. He's afraid of adults.
Sad.
He's afraid of adults.
That's sad. So sad.
Hey, Mama. Mama says she's listening. Y'all.
Hey.
Hey, Ernestine. I think you were trying to put something up, but it didn't.
It was disturbing. It's very disturbing to me. Like I couldn't even watch the whole skit because I was not just knowing that it's a child. Like just watching you be like, am I partaking in this?
Right.
Like
I,
it was
I had to watch a edited version of it because I don't think when Nikki was explaining it, I was like, I don't think I can watch the full on.
Yeah, I can't watch it all the way through.
An edited version of it because it was just too much, and everyone who is reviewing it, each person is having this like, what did we just watch?
And then the
What
thing is,
because your mouth drops open.
like,
yeah, and then the company that they were in disbelief that y'all take this and send it to us, like, wait, and I kind of fault them too because I'm like, once you got this tape in your hand, why didn't you report it?
Right, exactly.
Cecilia, you said that little boy who is now 14 and 15 is not afraid of adults. Don't believe the hype. I'm not believing the hype. I'm believing the words that he wrote. Those were his words. So I can't say that there's hype if he wrote them. Now, if he were to come out and say that he did not say that, that would be different. But those were his words.
I think because the lawyers are saying that this is not the first time this has came out.
Right.
And they were trying to say that she's been trying to get money from Tiffany. First she tried to go after Tiffany and then she went after Aries and stuff like that. I think this is why some of them is like, okay, so mama didn't get paid what she wants. So now I'm coaching the kids to say that this happened. And it's because the tape surfaced. Because see, some people are saying that now the mother's trying to show face because the tape was in the wrong hands.
Right. Some people even saying that may have been a relationship of Tiffany's. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It's some get back. Here's the thing, and I don't know whether it's true or false, but I did see a real skit. And in that real skit, some very inappropriate things happen.
Right.
I don't care if 1,000 adults are trying to go get money out of anybody. You can't tell me that what I saw in that skit don't match what that boy said in that letter. And even if I had not have seen the letter or read it, I don't know. Donald Trump could have wrote the letter. I don't know. I know what I saw in that skit. That was not simulated. That was not a child. I mean, an adult actor brought in to act like a child. That was a child in his drawers, only doing some incredibly inappropriate thing with two people that I understand they considered to be dark comedy. I understand it may have been a lapse of judgment. I get all of that. I am a survivor of sexual abuse. My family's on here, so I'm not lying. I'm a survivor of it. To go through that at age 7, even if you just say, even if it was 3 people in the room, you got 3 grown people looking at you in your drawers. Then you got a man in the tub with you. Then you got a man with some baby. I'm not gonna go into all the details because it's a horrible skit, but all of that did happen. All of that happened.
Just the video alone.
I feel like the company should be held responsible. I feel like the crew that whoever taped it needs to be, and the grown actors that was in it need to be. I think it shouldn't be just the 2 that got money. I think it should be the whole entire crew need to go down there with this.
Cecilia says the words he wrote are not coming out of his mouth. We're not here to argue. We are here to talk about specifically the video and what it represented. 1. 2, if that's what he says or if that's what he's typing and sending out, that's what we have to take it as face value. We hope and wish all of this as means given to us is the truth. That's all we can go by. But if you just watch the video by itself, it's disgusting. James says, in this particular case, all adults involved must be held accountable. People must understand behavior of this magnitude sows seeds in these children's minds that only serious godly counsel can pluck out. This is true. If this is true. Yes, James, I agree.
Yes,
okay. We're gonna come back to your comment in a moment, Cecilia. We're gonna come back to it. Go ahead. My sister says if they're trying to get money, wrong is wrong, and someone should have known better or felt uncomfortable shaking my head. I mean,
Correct.
it didn't stop at the. It didn't stop at the oil. It didn't stop at the tub. It didn't stop at the train.
It didn't stop.
Like
The
it was too,
oil.
and it was too many moments. It was
Too
too
many
many.
moments. Like too
Trauma.
many.
Yes. Anybody want to read that one?
His trauma started when that happened. He messed up. He's messed up from it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
This boy, I'm coming to see. This boy said, and I'm going off of what he supposedly said if he wrote this. He's afraid to really just be out because at this point, he doesn't know who's seen it. But this is not the first time it has surfaced. So this has been on his mind since he actually did the skit. It came out, if I'm not mistaken, in 2018. And it may have been a time before that, but you don't know who's seen this skit. These are famous people. Right. These are very famous people. So, and we're going to allow her to have her opinion.
Yeah.
She says, don't jump from the skit to calling people pedophiles or child molesters. The skit was very inappropriate, but this is not enough to say these kids were sexually abused. Well, first of all, not any of us on this stage have said that. Everything we've said has been what we've been reading in court documents, and we've been saying according to people, which was people.com or whomever said it. We did not once call it pedophiles. In the movie, it is mentioned, and that's when I mentioned it. So we don't want anybody walking away saying that we said anything. Please watch the replay if you would like clarity. But we did not say that we are not calling anybody a child molester or a pedophile. What was wrong in the video, and I'm sorry, those are our opinions. And we love that you are here sharing yours, Queen. Yeah. And then anybody want to read this one?
The Lord said, "The love of many shall wax cold in the later days. Compassion and empathy is essential." Yes, it is. Very much so.
My final comment on it is this. There are so many adult actors that used to be child actors that years and years ago, they were ringing the bell and sounding the alarm and saying, it's a lot going on that y'all don't know. When our parents are not allowed on set and our handlers are here, this, and this is happening. They were called liars. They were called crazy. They were saying that they were just trying to get money because they were no longer in the spotlight.
Right.
And fast forward, everything they said was the truth. Some of those very same people have been convicted to this day and are now in prison. So to not listen, I'm gonna be honest. When you are, I'm talking about me. When it was rape. It wasn't molestation. I'm sorry, but when I went through sexual abuse. To tell someone, and the adults immediately will ask you, what did you do?
Right.
Now, I'm not talking about my family because I kept it a secret from them for a while. But the people that I did say something to that had immediate authority over who was doing it, you get asked, what were you doing? And when you're young, you start to think, oh, wait, what did I do?
Did I do something wrong?
You understand what I'm saying? Because if the adults around you are acting like it's okay and the adults around you are doing it, so those are my last words. When a child is speaking out and trying to say something, don't dismiss it. Don't automatically side on the side of the adult. And I'm not saying that every child's going, not fabricating something, but don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it. And he didn't have to say anything. I saw it in the skit. I'm done on that. Y'all have final comments?
I was gonna say the allegations, we'll let the courts deal with that when that time comes. From what we've been given and what we see, it's very uncomfortable. I pray and hope that everyone gets a fair trial and everything goes through the way it's supposed to. But just was it yesterday on the news? A little boy has been bullied for a year. And then he goes to school for 2 weeks and he's still being bullied. And he takes his life at the school. Mom knew, sister knew he was being bullied, the school knew he was being bullied. And you telling me no one really came to this child's rescue. So I know it's a hard thing to swallow to say, well, the kids are always right. And yes, we understand some kids are a little tricky, but an investigation needs to happen, and a full investigation needs to occur. And I just pray everything comes out the right way it needs to, so that everyone involved can be judged and justice can be served. So that's my final thoughts.
Yeah, with me, my thing is I understand the celebrity status and everybody want to look at it. It's a money scheme or whatever. But I feel like just the skit alone, the video alone was inappropriate. And somebody should have had questions when it got shot to the company that you wanted to air it, that you was trying to get a pilot for.
Mhm.
So regardless if it's molestation or whatever, the whole skit was inappropriate to me. And I feel like the people that not only should Tiffany and Spears, should they be held accountable? Yes, if it's true. The people that shot it should be held accountable. All the adults, anybody in there that knew right from wrong, the adults should have done it. And then because of what we've been reading about the children now, yeah, it tarnished them. I mean, who could you trust? You know what I'm saying? If Tiffany was a family friend, and you know how we grew up, this is my auntie, but that was your mama's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who would thought that their auntie would put them in that predicament?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like the skit was inappropriate to me, and I think everybody should be held accountable, not just the ones that have made something of themselves. Everybody should be held accountable. I would even hold the accountability for the company that received the tape because you never reported it. If you looked at it, it's inappropriate all the way around. It was inappropriate, and like you said, I'll just let the courts and people do the investigation. Make everybody accountable that was there, and don't just look at the celebrity status because somebody had to talk them into it too.
Mm-hmm.
I love Tiffany. I love her. Aries, I haven't followed him since Mad TV, but we're talking about the skit itself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The message at the end, I got that, but the skit itself, we got 2 more comments before we move on.
But we have to look at it as if these were our own children. Would you be okay with this happening to them or being involved in something of this uncomfortable magnitude? All money is not good money. Amen.
Amen. Actually, we as adults fail our children when we don't listen. It's unfair to the kids that they can't be heard by us. We have to be open to hear them. All children are not lying. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
All righty.
My mom
Queen C said, make sure y'all like, share, and comment. And thank you for all of your comments.
My mother did say, she said, do you get that Haddish has empathy or care for the kids? And that's what makes this.
What did she say?
She said she said, do you get that Haddish has empathy or care for the kids?
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, yeah, we do. That's what makes this very complex and perplexed and confusing, because we know her history with her, being was adopted and all that's going through foster care and all that system. And so we understand that she really does love kids, but being a part of this makes it very questionable,
right,
on the attempt.
Also, she wanted to speak out because she feels like my attorney's not saying what I want him to say,
right,
or what I need him to say. And she's just like, I want to say something, but I can't say anything. It's more than just me that's involved. And I'm like, oh, but Tiffany, like,
because ultimately we don't know everything that was said in the documents that they're suing for. We don't know if any of that other stuff is true. We don't. Right. That's why we're just talking about the skit itself. Yeah. She said that she at one thing she didn't know whatever. The other thing was she didn't have anything to do with that part. I don't know. I don't know. But just the skit itself, it's we're gonna move on.
Yeah, it's getting kind of hard heavy here. Let's move on.
Let's move.
The next topic is: are we out here pretending to have monkeypox for clout? Man pretends to have monkeypox and goes to McDonald's in order to later promote his music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sierra, you want to say that?
Good. Yeah. I saw this. That was on Instagram, and I saw the post the joke. And I was like, that man got monkeypox. And then come to find out, it was a joke. And he shows how he got painted on. They put all the stuff on him. And yes, he did it for clout and probably got more followers for it. But with something so serious, and it's we just come out of a pandemic, y'all. Like, stop playing with us like this. Like, don't play with stuff like this. You know, like, it's just, once again, inappropriate, and everybody trying to get a dime and a dollar. Everything does not need to be made fun of. Like, just, he could have done anything else, not that. And at this time, when it's like running rampant and no one really knows who has it, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that. It was not okay at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, just buy a ticket and go to Capitol Records, stand outside, do like Will Smith did, jump in the box, take it to Barry Gordy and say, hey, I need, like, stop. Like, dude. I was like, when you said it to me, I was like, this dude is ignorant. He is really ignorant. Like, he's ignorant. Dude, go to Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot of underground artists. Go to Atlanta. Be an underground artist.
Yeah.
So this particular guy says he usually does a lot of
pranks.
Wait a minute, what? Batman viruses ain't. And he usually does a lot of I'm gonna put the comment up. I'm gonna go on.
Batman virus is
that's why I got thrown off what I was gonna say. He's used to doing very unconventional things to promote his stuff, right? So he thought that would be just one other unconventional thing to do, but it backfired. Because when you sent it to me, I was like, that's why I don't be doing this and that. Because look at that, he getting drinks and he should be at home somewhere quarantined. And then to come to find out, he releases the video of showing the whole setup. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's what you do to sell records? What happened to the people from back? Okay, thank you, Starlight. All right, let me go and put these two comments up. Thank you, Starlight. We done moved on to another subject, love. But thank you so much for your comments.
Yeah.
Starlight, I ain't mad at you. You throwing me off though. I ain't mad at you though, baby. What happened to the stars from back in the day that would do stuff that made sense and they had talent? And I mean, I don't understand this monkeypox. He looked like he had monkeypox.
As we know, doing things the right way don't get you the followers or the views. So now we're talking about it, hence. So I ain't giving no shout out, no name. Period.
Let's Starlight.
She made us laugh. Thank you so much.
Brought laughter to that heavy moment we was having earlier. Don't mess with the babies. Go ahead.
Well, he's just, like I say,
monkeypox.
Don't joke with it, man. Don't joke with COVID. Any pandemic that we having right now, don't joke with it.
I wonder how the people at McDonald's felt when he went through the drive-thru and got that food. I wonder how they felt.
Yeah, I would have probably threw the cup at him.
Use a long handle reacher.
You would have threw the cup. I would have pulled out a bunch of gloves, though.
I know. I would have been. You know, I'd probably be the one out there and give him a lecture. Boy, what is your problem? What you doing out here? I would have been her.
That was. So I have a question. What are other things that we've noticed people will do for clout or for likes or for ratings? What are some of the things that y'all have noticed besides that?
The lady,
y'all hit us in the comments on that too.
The lady that was arguing with her baby daddy about bringing the meals and then feed her other children. That made now when I seen that, I was up there saying, "You," and then when she said it was a prank, I was like, "You trifling hell."
Trifling.
Because I was in my feelings about that thing.
Everybody was in their feelings about that.
They grab your attention and then they throw it away. You like, you know what? I shouldn't even give you my attention. Is this real or this
right?
Ashley says when people be twerking on cars.
Or the cheating thing. Like You know,
Oh,
because you know what is that? The married couple, the truth, La Truth, or whatever. Like he was sick, whatever, which he really was sick. And everybody was feeling sympathy for him. Then they did like this little cheating skit, and then they were supposed to be getting a divorce, and we were like, "Oh man!" Like everybody felt bad, and then as you know, they on vacation together. I was like, "I'll punch you in your face."
straight up.
Not the face punch.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Not the
Straight
face punch.
What Mama Braxton say, Miss Evelyn? I'm gonna hit you in the jugular.
My baby sister says everything they do, everything.
My mom says, dumb. I wouldn't want to support his music after knowing this level of irresponsible behavior. Okay, I know we're done with Haddish, but perhaps she didn't finish her comment. She's still typing, probably.
Okay. Queen Nee says using your body for likes. We all
Yeah.
did. And then yeah, we knew it was autocorrect. We know you can spell, boo. I can't stand autocorrect. I be wanting to fight her in the street. Because autocorrect will make people think you never even stopped at the school. You just passed by it. You never stopped. You never stopped the English class.
My thing is, don't make me mad when I'm texting, and then I be sitting, then I look like you just went off on somebody, and you spelled all the words wrong.
All of them.
Y'all ever went off on the wrong person?
All wrong. Like, I'm sorry.
So Starlight, I baby, thank you. This is our last comment about Haddish that I'm gonna post. You can keep putting them in, but this is the last one I'm gonna post because we're about to move on to another one. Ladies finals on this one before we move on. Starlight lit on this.
My mom finished that statement. I forgot to tell you about Haddish. She said, but perhaps they did the video for more money and attention exposure. It was foolish and it had no wisdom. That's the last comment that we're gonna talk about. That.
Forrest Gump said, "That's all I have to say about that." Alrighty.
Oh, my favorite topic.
What's your favorite cereal? We're gonna do a light and just to have fun and laugh. So drop the comments. What's your favorite cereal?
What's your favorite cereal?
What's your favorite cereal? Nikki, what's your favorite cereal?
Are we talking back in the day or right now? Both.
Either one, honey.
Oh, okay. Frosted Flakes, Corn Flakes, Fruity Pebbles. Those are all back in the day ones. Since I've been grown, I love Frosted Mini Wheats. I gotta let them sit and soak up in that milk though, because they be dry.
Yes,
I love
have a little drippage.
Y'all remember Grape Nut cereal?
Yes.
Now you gotta let it sit in water for about 24 hours because it's hard and all that. But okay, I can't. Starlight. Okay, Starlight, we're gonna let you leave them in the comments, but I'm not gonna post that, baby. What else? Y'all remember Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs.
Once it gets soggy, it was nasty.
You gotta save something.
You
didn't tell me a limit. Well, I'm gonna be quiet. You tell me a limit.
Okay, go ahead, Sierra.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Frosted Flakes with banana.
I didn't know until he introduced it to me. They're live.
You ain't know?
I didn't know until Will. I was like, you put bananas in front. That's more sugar.
Yes, honey. And strawberries too. Yes, ma'am. Strawberries. My grandma gave me.
That's a lot of sweet on them Frosted Flakes because the Frosted
Flakes
are already sweet.
Honey, it don't. I'm telling you, it's good. You got to try it.
I do like bananas on the corn flakes, though. On the corn flakes.
No, do the Frosted Flakes. And if you don't do bananas, definitely do strawberries. But bananas is going to go to.
Fruity Pebbles and Captain Crunch. That was our favorite.
See, you ain't let me say it.
That's why I said you gotta stop.
Captain Crunch used to go hard, though.
I have one cheap one that we used to get all the time. You get in a big bag. Is it Captain? Is it the yellow with like a little star thing? Captain something. Captain
Vitamin K. Captain Vitamin something.
Is it Vitamin K?
No, yours is regional. I know what you're talking about. I used to buy that for my boys. See, it's a big old bag.
A big old bag. A big old bag. That was good. I don't like milk. Oh.
Okay.
Speaking of milk, my mom and sister on here. Dad, I love you. He with the Lord. But he used to make us use powdered milk.
Yeah.
And if you have never, and I'm not talking about this fancy stuff, I'm talking about the back in the day. If you
Yes.
have never had powdered milk on your cereal, you might as well use water.
Basically.
Yep.
You might as well, I mean, 2%
Ugh.
is good in comparison. It was like, okay, I can't. Starlight, okay, baby. Starlight, baby. We are talking about milk and cereal, darling. Milk and cereal.
Milk
You understand? Thank you. Because you are
cereal.
informing the masses right now, baby. But okay, we trying to lighten it up.
Milk and
Trying
cereal.
to lighten it up.
Milk
Okay.
and
I know it's true.
cereal.
I know it's the truth. And I get that. We just trying to lighten it up a little bit. But thank you for informing us, because I'm sure in the comments that we're getting educated, but we're going to lighten it a little bit. All right.
Milk and cereal. Milk and cereal.
I'm not saying
What's
you
your
have to be
favorite?
popular. Listen, you are welcome to say what you want to. We welcome, as long as it's not rude, disrespectful.
Yeah,
but because we have other topics, we got to move on. So keep putting them in the comments. I just can't keep putting them up on the screen. But it's not that,
We appreciate your love.
All
Thank
that.
you, Thank you,
All
Queen.
that.
Nicole,
My favorite is, besides, I was gonna say Frosted Flakes and bananas, but I love Apple Jacks.
okay.
I can eat Apple Jacks plain without the milk. I can eat Apple Jacks with the milk. Yeah.
Apple Jacks does make a good snack. It makes a good snack without milk.
Yeah, but see, I used to like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but now the new version is too sweet.
It's too sweet.
It's too sweet.
Y'all know they came out with a oh God, I'm finna tell y'all. It's the throw it off version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't even understand it.
But you know what? That's the crazy thing. I love like the generic Fruit Loops. I like the you can give, but Apple Jacks gotta be Apple Jacks. It can't be generic. It gotta be Apple Jacks.
I love Cheerios, everything. Every Cheerios.
Yeah, especially the honey nuts,
strawberries and yogurt, and I love
blueberry, the chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah, people didn't understand. Like, I love the frosted mini wheats. Like, I can sit there and eat them, and they be like, Nicole, I'm like, yo, this is good.
They're saying my aunt Teresa says she loves some frosty mini wheats and frosted flakes with bananas. My aunt Elaine loves crunchy raisin bran, cinnamon toast crunch. My mom was putting my brother on blast. Brandon would like to mix the milk and water when we ran out of milk. We had to do.
And powdered milk was cheaper than buying the regular milk. So we had a big old box of it. My daddy would make it. We'd be like, you can't add more powder because it's water. It's like
well, look, Nikki. So wait, when y'all did that, did y'all make the milk first and then put it in the cereal? Or did you like pour the
First of all, my dad made the milk, and I think he was trying to stretch that powder because it was like colored water. That's how thin it was. So that was our milk to use for how many days it would last. Then you pour it on your milk. So there was a trick. There was a trick that I learned for myself. If you hurry up and eat it, you kind of don't let the milk sit in your mouth too much. The second trick is if you let it sit a little bit, like in that, only on a frosted mini wheat or something really sugary, let it sit, let that sugar get down off in there, and it kind of kills the water taste. Right. It was a whole trick to it. We got some comments we got to hit real quick, ladies.
Topic. Which trial of fire made you realize that it actually put you on the right path? Which is your most touching childhood memory? Who had the biggest impact of your life?
Good.
I like them. I like them.
Yeah.
I like those questions.
Jay says when it comes to the state of raisin, of raisin bread with banana. Yo, that is good. Especially that raisin bread soap. Queenie says, who challenged your intelligence to the max? All right.
My husband.
Your brother said
it worked.
And look, we stay so far in the country. We used to go to sleep and we used to be like, you gotta get up first. We gotta race it so you get as much milk as you want. Because whoever gets it, my granddad would be like, use water. And I was like, use what? And then look, and my mama used to call when we'd be down here and she'd be like, how's it going? I was like, Ma, can you send grandma some money so we can make sure we got enough milk? Keep in mind, at the time it was 4 of us. And I was like, can you send enough money to make sure? Because grandpa keep telling us to use the water.
And this was before WIC. Now WIC will give you all kind of milk and stuff for your kids, but So Honey Nut Cheerios, he hasn't eaten in 6 years.
Bruh.
Oh, now this one I'm gonna have to try, Queen. She said Rice Krispies
Yes!
chocolate milk. Because I've had
Delicious.
chocolate Rice Krispies and it turned your milk chocolate, but I haven't had that.
What if you had strawberry milk though? Ooh.
You know what? I didn't like strawberry milk too much growing up. I didn't. It's good though, but growing up, I did not like strawberry milk too much.
He talking about the waffle cereal. It's called honeycombs.
Oh, yeah. They had a
Yep.
whole commercial too. Hey, Douglas. Good evening. How are you doing? You're doing great. You're looking marvelous. Oh, ladies, he said we looking marvelous.
Y'all be checking Doug out on his little Facebook page. He's doing good. He got a fresh little haircut and everything with a little Raven jersey on.
DJ Smooth. DJ Smooth in the building. Y'all, DJ Smooth is single. He said, do not inbox him if you are not serious.
Yeah.
I always shout out your single status because we're gonna get you hooked up. All right.
I got some
for y'all.
I got some more on mine. My cousin Tiffany says, hey guys, I know y'all remember those Captain Crunch peanut butter flavor.
Yes.
That was bomb. It was like,
yes.
My mom said, now I don't know if y'all people from Louisiana know this word, but let's hear it go. Adding powdered milk reminds me of Kush Kush. Do y'all know what that is?
I've heard of that. I've heard of Kush Kush.
Kush Kush is?
Kush Kush is weed.
Not the K.
Kush is weed. Kush is. What is Kush Kush?
Kush Kush is like cornbread, but sweetened cornbread. And it's cooked in a what you call those pans, the black pans? Help me out, the black one.
Iron pan?
Cast iron skillet.
Cast iron skillet. And so it's sweeter than regular cornbread, but you want to make sure it gets really dry. So it's like it eats like cereal, and then you add milk. It's delicious. Maybe it's a country Louisiana thing. I don't know, but
no, it's country. Yeah, I know people did with their buttermilk. I got 2. Y'all may laugh at me, but I got 2 that y'all ready?
Yeah.
Why it gotta be see?
You preparing us, so I'm like,
I know, right? I'm being dramatic. Malto meal and cream of wheat.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
From
I love
malto meal, wheats. Give it all to me.
Oatmeal. Now, let me tell you.
And
I was born up north, so we ate cream of wheat. When I had got the chicken pox, well, my mom had 4 kids get chicken pox at one time. So my grandmother came up to New York to take care of us so my mom could go to work. My grandma ran a bathtub full of oatmeal, and that broke me from eating oatmeal because I said, if I could take a bath in oatmeal, I'm not supposed to eat it. It broke me from oatmeal.
It stopped that itching though, didn't it?
It did, but honey,
dry the itching up.
But do you prefer cereal or grits?
Do I prefer what?
Cereal or grits?
Like cereal, like the kind we've been talking about?
Yeah, or grits.
It depends on the season.
Why you gotta choose? Why we choosing?
It's warm and cold.
Because let me tell you something. I'll eat grits with shrimp, grits with chicken, grits with stew on top, grits with gumbo. Like I'll eat some grits with anything, including breakfast with bacon. Cereal is like it's a whole nother thing. Why we gotta choose, Kyle?
My granddad used to, it's so funny. He used to tell me I eat like I've been to prison. Because let me tell you,
I eat them spreads.
Up in New York, like, okay, so in Syracuse, you really couldn't get grits. Like, not the grits, not the Quaker oat grits that you get down here, right? So my grandma, when she used to come to New York, she used to bring grits with, because that's all I wanted. And then people be like, do you want grits and toast or grits and bacon or grits and eggs? I was like, no, just give me grits and butter and some water. And my granddad used to tell me I eat like I've been to prison. And I was a little kid. But I feel like that now. I don't want nothing else in my grits but butter.
Okay, I got a question. Y'all answer the question in the comments first.
Here she goes.
And then we're gonna hit the comments and come back to y'all answer. So I'm gonna ask the question. Y'all hit us in the comments. We're gonna read these and we'll come back to y'all. Do you have grits with salt or sugar? Don't answer it. Audience, I mean QT fam, grits with salt or sugar. James, I need you to talk to me, baby. What is rabbit rice and what is cat head biscuits? Please tell me cat head was the brand, and please tell me rabbit was the brand for the rice. Because otherwise, you got some splaining to do, brother.
Explaining to do.
Ashley, she got the throw up emoji.
Both of them.
Girl, I'll say both of them.
Right?
Thank you. She making us choose. You don't choose between no grits and cereal.
Come on, man.
He said Mr.
T cereal? Was he on the box?
He was on the box, yeah.
Y'all remember back in the day on the Wheaties box? All your favorite athletes be on the Wheaties boxes. Okay, here come the answers. Here come the answers.
Are they coming through?
Doug says sugar. My mama, I'm so shocked you said salt. This must be now. Because I remember we had grits a lot for breakfast. It was sugar. My sister said salt and sugar. It depends on if it's breakfast or dinner. William says sugar. Queen Nee says grits require salt and sugar. I love grits.
Thank you.
We got a good little tie going. Okay, Queens, what's y'all answer? Salt or sugar?
I already gave mine. Mine is salt. Like I just want salt. I don't. But here's the thing too. I have some cousins that live in Mississippi. Yeah, and when they do their rice, when they do their grits, they start cooking with rice. And I said, "What is that?" They was like, "This is our grits." So that's how they cook grits with rice. Don't ask me why. Huh? That's what they do. Their grits is rice.
Oh, okay. They're not cooking them with rice.
Right.
Okay.
Because
I'm like, how that happened? Okay.
You can make it gummy and somewhat. Yeah, you can make it like this. I can see that.
No, but mine is salt.
Okay, Queen C.
It's sweet and savory. I like
both of them.
I like both. I don't like it to be overly sugar, overly sweet, but I like to have the it's almost like the kettle corn flavor, but not too sweet. Not too sweet.
Oh, kettle corn flavor?
Well, kettle corn is like sweet and salty, right?
I know. I'm trying to
not that sweet of kettle corn.
Okay, not there. Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Borderline.
Yeah. On here they lighten it up. They what people are saying sweet for me, sugar and butter. Carla goes salt and pepper when I was younger. Sugar and butter when she was younger, but savory for me. My Aunt Teresa says, yes, grits with butter and sugar. My mama says both.
Yes, y'all.
And my cousin, she's right. We just started eating grits with like shrimp or oxtail or, we just started to explore that world. I didn't even know that existed.
It's amazing.
Yeah. My brother says both.
Yeah. My mama was the queen of breakfast for dinner. So when we would have like pancakes with fried pork chops or why am I getting hungry? Mouth watering?
Okay, because we talking about food.
James said, okay, so cat head is the size of the biscuit. Golly. Rabbit was the actual swamp rabbit that my folks would kill and clean and saute in gravy. By the way, grits have salt.
James, I'll never come to your house because I was starved.
There were some big biscuits.
There were some big biscuits. Sugar and salt, depending on.
I would never go to James' house because I was starved because I would question everything that he cooked.
Oh, most definitely, Queen. Most definitely.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Both at the same time. We do need to have a meetup one day. Maybe at the beginning of next year or something. Come on, Nikki.
Look, it was so fun. Like, I'm so picky, and I know my faith bet say I'm not, but I am so picky about what I eat. I went on a date one time, and what made me think about this was James, because this guy said, I'm a cook for you. And I'm like, okay, I go over his house. He had this little pet bird. So he's like, when you come back, because I went over before with some of my friends, and he was like, I'm going to cook for you. Come back over. So I'm like, okay, I go back over. The bird is gone. And what do he serve? Jerk chicken. I was like, I'm good. that's what I'm saying. I share that story because, like, yeah, if I was to go to James' house, he's about you gonna kill something outside. It might look like chicken, but no, thank you.
Should be trying to find the nearest chicken place. So, ladies, let me do this.
Dead bird.
Let's hit baby mama and then end it with healthy boundaries. How y'all feel about that?
That's good.
All right, let's do that.
They still rolling in. People, Carla says grits with oxtails on top, perfection. All hot cereals need salt. My aunt says Elaine, all hot cereals need salty water with butter and sugar.
Come on, cooking directions.
My mama says with butter should taste a hint of sugar. My mama is the queen of making grits. And by the way, she makes cheese grits.
Yeah, I do that too.
Let
me tell you what is the best on top of some grits. Okra and tomato stew.
Now,
on top of some grits is life. It's life, y'all. That's the Bible. It's somewhere in the Bible. I don't know what scripture, but it's in the Bible.
It's somewhere in the Bible.
Well, I tell you, if you plan on going to California and you want some grits, take them with you.
Oh, I already know.
Really?
Here we go. Go ahead, see. I mean, Cole.
Oh, it says baby mama says baby daddy can come to the party, but not his kids. Now, I brought this up because I was seeing on TikTok where this guy, it was his son's birthday party, and he was invited to the birthday party. He came with gifts. Keep in mind, he helped pay for the party, and he brought his other girl. His new girl was his other child. I don't like saying baby mama, but his other child's mother, and he brought the child, which is the birthday boy's brother.
Yeah.
And the birthday boy's mom said, you could come in, but your baby mama and your son can't.
Right.
What do you think? What would you do in that situation? If your child's father came to the birthday party with your child's sibling and the child's sibling's mother, will you let them come in? You'll take the gifts. What would you do, Nikki?
Oh, dang, I knew I was going to be first.
Yep. You first.
Let me tell you something. Nikki is too grown to mistreat kids.
Period.
I am too grown to mistreat kids. Now, here's the thing. Let's just say I got an issue with the new baby mama. She ain't got to come. He can bring the children. But to say he can come, but them kids can't come in, Nikki too grown for that. I am too grown for that. Them babies gonna eat like all the other babies. They gonna play. They gonna get the little grab bags to take home. But that it's 1,000 things that are wrong with that. I personally feel like, come on, baby, we too grown for that. Those are children. They had nothing to do with y'all breaking up and him finding somebody else, even if he cheated. And those are kids from the cheatation. Yeah, I made it up. But even that's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the baby mama not being invited, but he can't bring his other kids to his one child. Now, I'm going to say this too. My mama say rude. Yeah, it is. I'm going to say this too. If he wasn't being active in the child's life, we'd be talking about him and she'd be mad. And if he wasn't being active and using the excuse, well, you won't let me bring my kids, then you'd be saying, oh, you going to let somebody stop you from. So he ain't going to win for losing, but that's wronger than two left shoes. Them kids ain't got nothing to do with that. So that's my take on it.
I'm dittoing Nikki. Everything she just said, because it's ridiculous. It's petty and it's childish. Grow up. Those are children.
Can we grow up?
Period.
Can we grow a couple of inches?
Loretta says not his kids to their siblings party. That's crazy. The sibling should have a relationship even if the parents don't.
Thank you, Loretta. Can you say that for the people in the back of the church? They didn't hear you.
Good protocol. Bring child. He's innocent. Baby mama. No, have some shame, woman.
No, I want her to have some pride. You're a mom.
Yeah. My thing is, like, I fought him because you know what I'm saying? It's your child's party. You know if they got bad blood. You know how y'all end the relationship. Because see, this is what kind of makes me upset with some women. Because if me and the guy broke up and he was cheating on me with this woman, don't even bring that around. You see what I'm saying? But then say like he broke up and 6 months later he found some other woman. Cause this was not no little infant baby. This little boy looked like he about 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute. So my thing is allow them to have a relationship, the siblings, the children have a relationship. But if you know that we got bad blood, I don't care if you did pay for the party. You don't need to bring her there.
And that's wrong. If he paid for the party, that's you. When I tell you so many things wrong with that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so, but I'm like, because I'm holding him accountable too, because there's bad blood. So why would you bring her? I don't care if you did pay for the party. You want your son. It ain't at this point. It ain't about you. It's about your child. So if you know that me and this lady has bad blood, don't bring her, but bring the child.
But I got a question though for you, baby.
Yeah.
How does he know it was bad? But did she say that while he was paying for everything? He probably thought it was. He probably thought it was cool. If the blood is that bad, then I'm gonna have him a party myself. You go on and have a party on Saturday. Right. I'm gonna do him one on the following weekend. So did he really know there was bad blood, or did she take it as an opportunity to show out and clown and say, "No, you ain't bringing that baby up in here"? Because I mean, you took his money for the party.
But I mean, my thing is, if me and you still razzle dazzling with each other, don't bring your baby mama. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta do an everyday situation. If you know that me and you got still tiptoeing with each other, not bring your baby. It's so much that.
And then again, if we still tiptoeing, maybe I don't know I can't bring my kids if I just hit it. If I was just no. If I'm good enough for you to be doing the razzle dazzle with, and I'm paying for the party, maybe I don't know I can't bring my kids.
Some people don't care.
This is true. That's true.
Some people just don't care. Now, okay, like with me, I dated a guy that had a son. You know what I'm saying? And I took his son on as mine. The baby mama, which is the little boy mama, I used to invite him. You come to the party. I don't have that. This and he had other siblings. I would keep the little boy, his brother. He could come over to the house. I would keep them or whatever, what have you. That's because me and her was cool. But if he tiptoed there, no, she could. I would have never separated the child. But you couldn't have came. I don't care if that is your child. You couldn't have came at the party that I was gonna be at. We don't break.
I understand the Nicole. I understand the frustration, but in the midst of that many kids, we have to do better as a community.
Yeah.
Okay. And so letting them come in, enjoy the party, and then after the party, have a separate conversation.
Yeah.
And be adults about it. But
I think you had the conversation before. Don't surprise me.
Conversation should have been had before, but since it wasn't established. Let's not make a scene. Let's enjoy the time that we have together.
You know what I would tell him? I would have told him real nice. We might break that together, but we ain't breaking bread together.
Yeah, see, but that's that jacked up stuff, though.
Oh my God!
Go on, finish. Go ahead.
We don't break bread together. I'm sorry.
I cannot.
No.
Oh, okay. I got some comments. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Teresa says, I probably won't. It probably would be uncomfortable, but I don't think I would behave like that behind in front of those kids. You have to show some intelligence, like I said. Tickling your fancy, Elaine says. Razzle dazzle. And then Carla says, so much drama in this situation. This sounds exhausting. Let the kids be kids. They're siblings. Exactly.
Because in the video, y'all didn't see it. She was going in. It wasn't no, they can't come in. She was clowning. And it's not like he was bringing in some thug children. These were little babies. These were little babies that don't know what's going on, but they going with their dad. They see a party with some kids, and she putting the kids out. Let's hit these real quick, y'all.
Siblings have nothing to do with this. In addition, the new woman had nothing to do with it either. Co-parenting needs to happen regardless of the split up.
Preach. Sending you an offering plate.
Baby mama can't come too. I'm not really trying to watch other people's kids. I knew it had to be my sister. I feel a kid that's not staying with me up on sugar and send your kids home for the sugar high hits full.
That part. Yeah, I need the queen to rise up and to rise up to her power, because that's not walking in your power. Not kicking the babies out. Now I can see if these were some older teenage kids that still every time they come
right.
I get that. Be like, you keep your eyes on Junior and them. Because they be stealing when they come. You talking about little kids. Yeah. No, that's not right. And if they are doing some freaky sneaky, she wrong again, because he good enough to be I almost Lord. He good enough to be doing the thing. He good enough for that, but he can't come in your house with his children. He was their father when he was doing the boom boom with you. Hold on, before you say that, Nicole. Here go one more comment.
Consider the man. Is he worth it, and can he be trusted? Sometimes communication isn't direct when it comes to these situations. Correct. And this is what I was going to say. Look, but see, this is what I was going to say. Some baby mamas will be like, if you go, I'm going. Yeah. And he probably said, I need to keep peace in the house.
They freaking sneaking. Yeah.
No. But he probably saying, I need to keep peace in the house. So she's saying, if you going, I'm going. Because if she say something, you got them ratchet baby mamas. If she say something to my child or whatever. Yeah. So she probably said, if you go, I go. And to keep the peace, come on.
Loretta don't care. She want the baby mama there because she ain't trying to babysit. You want to read what your husband said, see?
Talking about parties. Sorry if off topic or future topic. Did you hear about the woman that kicked people out of the baby shower because that's Nancy.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Oh, I was saying read about that anyway.
I didn't hear that one.
That's a good one.
TikTok is really making conversations.
Maybe a lot of conversation. My aunt said some people are just hood. Don't have any respect. This is true. Thank you, Teresa.
And she talking about me.
We are learning.
You made me spit out my hose. I lost my cough drop. She talking about me. She was hoping he would stay out and do the same thing, Mr. Pleasant.
I don't have no issues, but look, tell your aunt I don't have those issues. I just hang with hood chicks. Problem. I'm close and personal.
All right, y'all. We got one more topic to hit.
Let's go.
One.
Oh, this
has been such a great episode. Yeah. I cannot.
How do you create healthy boundaries? Woo!
Speaking of.
But I had some wine for that.
Speaking of.
Sierra.
This came from Nicole. You gotta explain, honey.
We're waiting on you. This was your question. Actually, her question was different. You changed it. You changed the scene.
Yes,
yeah, yours was green. Yours was on you.
Y'all threw it back to me. You saw how y'all did that?
It's on you. It's about you.
Sierra, how do you set healthy boundaries?
This question came from Nicole's question that was more in depth. So I kind of like switched it up a little bit. Because I also had a question. I don't understand boundaries. I never really set them for myself. Boundaries with who?
Exactly. With whomever.
I thought it was, open form. Like I love everybody love me. Let's just be all friends. Let's just, get along. But as we grow older and we become wiser, we understand that we do have to have boundaries for thank you, Ashley, for certain people, certain places, certain situations. And so that's where this question came from. So I guess I'm gonna throw it to Nicole first. Throw it back to me.
See, but this is a situation. I'm learning to set healthy boundaries. Because I'm learning to say no. I'm learning to say I'm not okay. because everybody knows my situation by now. I think we all family that I have a lot on my plate. And I didn't. I was my boundaries was never healthy because if you show they wasn't, I'm just gonna
Keep
be
it
honest.
real.
They wasn't because once you showed me who you really were, I cut you off. I never gave you time to explain anything.
Great.
So you could just ask me, Nicole, can you help me? Can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then when I'm not okay, I'm standing there by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said it was hard for me. Like I'm learning how to set boundaries. I don't
Hold
know
on,
if they
sis.
were healthy, but
Hold on,
there's
sis. Y'all, can y'all hear us? My mama said there's no
mm-hmm.
sound. Can somebody please tell us if you can still hear us? Oh, never mind. She said it's better now. Okay.
Okay.
Thank y'all. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm learning to set healthy boundaries. I'm learning to when I'm not okay, even when I'm okay, to say no.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like I have a lot of I'm working on the anger issues, and then check me in 6 months, ask me what my healthy boundaries.
We're gonna
Refresh,
revisit this question. We are gonna
refresh your
revisit this question.
screen.
Huh?
I was telling her to refresh her screen. She said she's frozen. We were frozen. Go ahead.
Yeah, check me out in a couple months and ask me about this question because I'm learning.
We all
I'm
work
still
in
in
progress.
school.
We all
I'm
work in
in
progress.
school.
She said, I'm in school.
I'm in school. I'm learning because my there was no boundaries. I just let you push me to I got angry. And when I got angry, it wasn't nothing.
So
Yeah. So I didn't have any boundaries, but I'm learning. I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Sierra?
Nikki.
She just asked you. Come on, see.
Yeah, I wanted to hear yours first.
Come on, see. It's on you. So what you gonna do? Go ahead, baby.
Hey.
She about to remix.
Okay, because you know I was about to bust it. I'm about to bust a move. Boundaries for me, I'm just like Nicole. I'm learning. I've applied in the past 3 or 4 years. I've applied healthy boundaries on what I am willing to do and what I'm willing to allow myself to tolerate, and then also be exposed to some things. I'm learning with certain people that I'm not that person. I'm not their person. One, and two, I also I'm learning that I think stating when you notice that something's not healthy for you in any relationship, be it romantic or friendship or business, stating what's not comfortable for you is so important, because that's telling people how to treat you and how to think about your preferences. And some things might be a little uncomfortable for people to understand, but it's up to them if they're able to stay in the friendship or a relationship with you. So for me, that is hard to tell people that I don't like when you do that, or you say something like that, it makes me feel some type of way. Like being more honest about how you feel about something is so important first, and then investigating if your feelings are valid. It's so important because you could be overthinking, which I do a lot of, or you could be, or the friend or the romantic person that you're with or whatever might not be expressing to you their true emotions about any situation. So communication is so key for healthy boundaries, I think, because the more you communicate, the better you understand one another, and you're able to respect each other's boundaries and still love the person. You know what I mean? Like, instead of acting, and that's one thing, Nicole, when you start expressing to us different things, it's like, well, by the time you get mad, because I used to do that, by the time you get mad, you've already let them walk over you too many times. So then it's like you should have stopped them at 2, maybe 1, so that they understand. Don't do me like that. No, I need you. Nope, we're not gonna do that. I don't like that. And have an open conversation. And most definitely, healthy boundaries work with adults who are open-minded, not judgmental, not overly opinionated either, that actually love you. And it's a difficult road, but I'm learning. Check with me in another 6 months as well. All right.
Before I answer, I want to hit, we have some amazing comments. My big sister says communication is key. If you can't talk about small things in the beginning, you can't later without frustration. That's that buildup and the explosion.
Yeah.
You want to what your brother says, see?
It was and still is hard for me to set boundaries. I hate being mean, but I know it is not about being mean. It's about letting people know more about you. Most definitely.
Cole, what just happened?
You froze? Nicole.
Am I frozen?
Nope. Nicole, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Nicole, you want to read this one?
I went through a bad situation with family that taught me some stuff. Not have boundaries caused me serious heartache and depression. Yes, Miss Ashley.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sierra, I'm learning how to navigate boundaries in all relationships. My niece is on here, my big sister's daughter. She says, Shirley and Richards, go to bed, ma'am. Leave my sister alone. We lost Cole.
Yeah, okay. I got more comments.
Okay, we got over here. Hold on.
Okay.
Queen niece says she's agreed. She's agreed. Yeah. I can't with the talking. Read that, see. What is it?
I'm a firm believer in you have to teach people how to treat you. Everybody, parents, family, friends, spouses, your friend, your children, everyone.
Come through, baby, sis.
Yeah.
Okay, so more people are saying that their screens are freezing. My sister said her screen is freezing. The other one said it was freezing. She said, hey, auntie, I'm watching. Thank you for watching. You got me blushing, my baby, watching.
Hello?
Okay, hey, baby. All right. So go ahead and read your comments, and then I'll give my my response.
Okay. Teresa Key says, I probably, wait. Did I say it right? hold on. It's all coming together. Hold on. My Martha says, like Queen Nicole, learn to cry it out. I hear you. Elaine says, healthy boundaries. Exactly. Carla says, yes, Queen, 100. My mom says again, accept that you won't get it right all the time. Give yourself room to miss the mark as you seek improvement, but not perfection. Yes, mother. Yes.
Come through.
Yeah.
Queen, come through.
Yes. Bucket up.
Come through.
Carla says, boundaries are means to say, I want you in my life. A healthy person won't understand that. An unhealthy, I think she meant to say that. Yeah, I'm sorry. An unhealthy person wouldn't understand that. Exactly. And then my Aunt Teresa says, people teach you how to treat them. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes not. If it's not good for you, stop trying to always fix things. Get out of it. She says, get ghost. And then my Auntie Lane says, also being honest with yourself and identifying your likes and dislikes. Also, your tolerance will give the next person how and who you truly are.
I love that. I actually posted a carousel on how to set healthy boundaries on Instagram. I will repost that after we're done. So if you want to go on over to my Instagram, it's at Coach Nick the Overcomer. I'll have that reposted. But when it comes to boundaries are necessary. And to me, you need them every single day for every area of your life. So it doesn't matter what relationship, what it is. I need boundaries even with my own self. I need to have boundaries. Like there's a reason why God said that the water can't come no further up that beach. There are reasons why, right? And with that same example, when we see what happens when the water goes beyond the boundary onto the beach, what happens? And that's what happens in our life when we keep letting people cross over into areas that we don't address. We end up having to deal with the stress, and because we're suppressing things, we got headaches and high blood pressure because not only have we not set boundaries for ourselves, but even when we set them, we do not teach them to other people. You have to teach what your boundaries are. And Brandon said that he hates being mean, but he understands that it's not about being mean. It only feels like it's mean when it's fear-based. When you're afraid to tell people what your boundaries are because you're afraid that they're gonna not like you, not want to be your whatever anymore, or some people have an attitude, so they'll come up with a little nasty response. That's when you kind of feel like you're being mean. But a boundary is actually being as kind as you can to yourself so you can be just as kind to other people. So here's an example. I think Nicole said something about telling people. So yesterday, a friend of mine contacted me about some resources. I was in the middle of doing something online for the IRS. It gives you 15 minutes or it will time you out and make you start over. He didn't know that when he called. So when he called, he was kind of like joking around. I'm trying to, okay, what's up? So I can get finished. And then I sent him the resources and he complained how I sent them. In that moment, it took me somewhere because I felt like I'm stopping something very important to be here for you, and you throw in how I'm here for you in my face. This is the best way I can be here for you, and it wasn't good enough. So when I hung up the phone with him, I sat there in it for a moment, and I kept trying to work, but it stayed on my mind. And I said, Nikki, you promised yourself at the beginning of this year that you would tell people how you feel. So I told him how I felt, and in his response to me, he said he didn't realize that's how he came off. And he apologized and said, I meant it this way because I was going through something. So I was trying to laugh and joke with you. So if I hadn't have said what I said, we would have had that little stank,
right?
That elephant in the room that nobody really talks about. But it's like, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? That type of stuff. But I needed to tell him when we were talking about the apologies, this is where I am. And sometimes you don't know where I am when you call me. It's not that I don't want to be here, but I can be here the way that I can in that moment, but I still have other things to do. And you're not the only one that comes for help. So it's only so much I can do. And that is what we have to tell people. Be honest with where you are and make sure, like C was saying, check you. Make sure that it's not your desire to be the captain, saver person every single time, because then you'll neglect your own boundaries and what's good for you because you want to be the rescuer all the time and then be complaining because you're tired or because they don't appreciate me. Do you tell them what you need? Do you tell them how it makes you feel? And I would rather you tell them, let me tell you this way. See, I didn't like the way, so-and-so, such and such, versus it builds up. And see, look at me wrong one good time, and then and she like, well, what? You know what I mean? So that's my take on boundaries. And again, I will post the other posts, but boundaries are super important to have daily, and make sure you have boundaries for yourself and with yourself too. And we got a bunch of comments.
Yeah, they're rolling in.
Okay. We got to come on, mama, for your mama. Stop forcing it. Stop trying to make something work if it ain't meant to work. Somebody want to hit this one?
People always going to have something negative. They always going to have attitudes no matter what. Stop forcing people to love you like you when you meet your boundaries, stick and stand firm.
And you know what? I hear what you're saying, no, Doug. I will say this. I don't think people are going to always be as attitude as we think they are. Some people actually respect. They may not like it initially because they no longer can get the access or get whatever it is they've been getting. But people will respect your boundaries. They really will.
Boundary structure and discipline teaches you to love yourself and set proper boundaries. Yeah.
You want to read yours, C?
Carla says, yes and yes. Same thing happened to me a few times this week. Boundaries are healthy. I love this. Come on, sis. And then she says, see, you and I, we solid, boo. but I'm learning these boundaries things. And I think a lot of what Nikki is saying, sometimes these conversations can be very uncomfortable because you're having to be honest with yourself, one, then verbalize that to somebody else. And sometimes very uncomfortable, no matter how silly or small it is. When you're giving someone exposure to who you truly are, even the little details, it makes them, first of all, it makes you responsible for yourself, but it also makes that person responsible. And a little bit of me also feels like when you tell someone, like you said, the fear factor is more, it's not the fear of that person. I think it's the fear for me of how they're going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to, but I got to say you because I'm going crazy. So I got to say something. And then you say something and they're like, oh, well, that's not how I took it. Or that's not what. And then you clear the air and then you can continue moving on in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just having those uncomfortable conversations are necessary for growth. And I think we need to have more of those with ourselves first and then with others.
I agree. And I will say this, sometimes some of the most uncomfortable ones to set are the ones that you did have in the beginning. So me and you've been friends for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. There's never been boundaries, but it's to the point where either where my life is going, I need boundaries, or this relationship, if it don't get some boundaries, it's not going to last another year. Mm-hmm. That's when it can be a little bit difficult to start setting them, because it's been really, it's like a child that's never had no rules. You're going to put some rules on them. You got to be real consistent. Right. And that's one of the keys to setting boundaries. You have to be really consistent, because some people will try. Some people are going to test it. You're going to try to break it because it's uncomfortable. It's easier for me to say yes to you and just be mad bitterly inside, you don't know it, than to say no to you and look at your reaction. Or to say no to you and be like, is she going to still like me? She don't want to talk to me no more. See, she don't ask me nothing. You know, we go through all that stuff in our head, but yeah, we have to set these. I'm glad the question came up, because apparently a lot of us needed to have this conversation. Brandon says, can there be unhealthy or extreme boundaries? Yes.
I was just about to say that. And sometimes they can be, like my mom says, when you realize that you have to set boundaries, you're not going to always project that way. So when you notice that you have initiated or set it in a way that is not it's not palatable or it's corrosive, you have to then fix it if you want to repair the relationship. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want to do that, because that never requires you to put your big girl drawers and boys on. Mm-hmm. It requires you to say, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I didn't mean it that way. Can I explain what I really mean, what my heart desire is?
Because, like I'm learning that now with friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can like, I had to walk away from a friendship and be like, what you, and my thing was, I had to tell her, your boundaries are not my boundaries, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell her, the friend that you're looking for is not me. It's okay. We might have had years of fun, but it's not me. Or I outgrew your boundaries for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like, I'm there now. But then I was like, it hurt that we not friends no more. But then I was like, it's okay. Like, I don't wish you ill will or nothing, but it's okay. Yeah. So because I had unhealthy boundaries with us. Like, I would, like, you only call me when you wanted something, or when you needed something, or when you was going through something. You ain't never called me when I was going through stuff. It can't be one-sided. But I still, because I respected how many years we put in the friendship, and out of everything that we did, that unhealthy boundary was there. And I kept saying, but I'm miserable.
You ever notice when you look back on those type of relationships, Cole, that all those years that y'all been through stuff and put in, it was really you doing most of the putting in?
Basically.
They were doing a lot of reciprocating. They were receiving. I mean, not reciprocating. They were receiving, but you were doing a lot of the giving. It's usually you. And a lot of times in those relationships, when you start setting boundaries, be prepared for them to walk away. You need them to. That's the shaking the foundation. You need to be sure.
I tell people a lot of times, and I'm not trying to be funny, but sometimes our friendship, that was it. We outgrew each other.
It was a season. That's over.
I'm still, I still tell them, I'll still be there for you, but it's okay. We ain't gonna do the little running the street things that we used to do together.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that's on period. Can you put with James?
What
Can
did James?
Yeah.
can I say that again?
He said,
Being
Being
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable is beginning. In the beginning, will build a solid foundation and set proper boundaries in the latter.
I'm
Yeah.
comfortable now for proper foundation built later.
Yeah. Yeah. My
really
thing is my boundaries with the foundation thing. That's all it's gonna be. If I feel like if you already crossed my boundary or you already did something to me in the beginning, and I continue in that foundation there, that's all it's gonna be. Your mind is always gonna go back to how y'all started.
And I hear you, Nicole. But we Jesus. We have to pray, and we have to ask God for guidance, and we have to ask God for grace.
Yeah.
And when we're humans, we're not God, and we ain't Jesus, but we have to ask God to show us how to give grace. And people give us grace not unknowingly, and when you discover that they've been giving you grace, you're like, ooh, okay, got it. I need to be more patient. I need to be more kind. I need more loving. Yeah. And then it changes your perspective. So
I guess where I'm at in class. I think I'm on the grace page in class because I'm telling you, but Nicole, I'm telling you, I used to walk away, and it was crazy because I used to walk away from stuff, and it'd be stuff that I needed, and I just be like, but I ain't like how you made me feel, so I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
So I'm in that class now. I'm in that class.
James, oh, you want me to read it? Nope. James, what I mean by this is if you don't see the tone in the beginning foundation will be rocking in the end. Yes, it'll be rocking at the end. Yep.
Yeah.
So don't even proceed. Just stop.
So any final thoughts on this one?
Oh, we got one more from Carla. And that's okay. People change, seasons change. Good for you, Nicole. You have to do what's healthy for yourself.
Thank you. I'm learning.
My last thought on this is when you are setting boundaries, just don't forget grace. Because we forget this all the time. We just think people have an attitude, or people, why she coming at me like that today? People have experiences in lives. They go through stuff just like we go through stuff.
Right.
And you never know what they may have gone through or even gone through in the moment before they encounter you. So you can have your boundaries. I can still tell you what my boundary is and still give you grace. I can even give you grace to walk away if that's what you feel like you need to do, or grace for me to walk away because I know I have to. But there has to be grace. It doesn't have to be nasty. It don't have to be ugly. And we don't have to wait till we get to the point we're ready to cuss out the world before we start setting boundaries, which a lot of times we do from now on. And then we start setting absolutes. You ain't got to never worry about because I ain't going to never do again. No, set your boundaries when you realize you need them. And if you haven't set them, set your boundaries and allow the boundaries to do what they need to do. If it causes someone to walk away, you can't make them stay. Let that foundation be shook. And excuse me, if those boundaries cause you to mature and grow up and start opening up your mouth and speak and learn how to speak with love and not with just nasty, let boundaries do what they need to do. It's like patience. When the Bible says patience have its perfect work, let boundaries have their perfect work. Because sometimes you setting those boundaries for other people, you feel like it's for them, it's for you. Because if you've been violated, if you've never seen boundaries, if you've never seen healthy relationships, you never heard people talk to each other right, you need to get some boundaries too. You need to learn how to communicate and be with people. So those would be my final thoughts. Y'all want to hit these before we go out, and y'all give yours?
Setting up treasures in heaven. Mm-hmm. Yes, Nikki Johnson. Always have to add the dash of grace. Yes. Coach. So true.
I mean, Queen Nee.
I think people go through things sometimes. They think they're the only one that is in the problem sometimes.
All the time.
That's good there.
All the time.
You got some more in your NC?
No.
Mm-mm. What do y'all think?
My final thoughts, grace, prayer, patience. With yourself first. than with others.
My final thoughts is see me in about 3 months and see how far I
We're gonna check in. We're gonna check in.
get on me.
The first of the year.
I'm telling you.
Because on the holidays, honey, it'll be hard. Okay, that's a whole other conversation.
That's our next show. Go ahead. Write that down, see.
So since no one else has final thoughts on this, we're gonna go to our segment called The Pour. And then this is where we take the moment to either address an email that has been sent to us, a specific comment that contains a question of how to do something, or where we pour into someone that has an issue mentioning during the show, or we just pray. Well, we know we're gonna pray for Queen, what's her name, Narissa? Queen Nee? Yeah, her daughter that's sick or not feeling well. We don't claim sickness. We're not feeling well.
I have 2 pours. The first pour I want to pour is into you, Nicole. I am proud of you for acknowledging where you are. You're doing it publicly. You have to do that. I am proud of you for acknowledging where you are. That is super important for change to take place. It's for you to acknowledge. I'm proud of you for being in school. You in chapter 3, page 24, whatever. But I'm so proud of you for that because that takes a lot of growth. That's big girl stuff. That's bigger stuff. So Queen, I'm proud of you for that. So I wanted to pour in you about that. And I wanted to pour into Brandon. So Brandon asked, could there be unhealthy and extreme boundaries? Absolutely. When you start making specific absolutes in your life, you ain't let nobody in. You ain't gonna never love nobody, trust nobody ever again. You ain't gonna never give nobody a chance. Those are those extremes and very unhealthy boundaries. When you start secluding yourself, and you become almost a hermit, those are very unhealthy because you don't want anybody around you in your space. Don't touch me, don't talk to me. I think those are also unhealthy boundaries. Then you have some of the extreme ones where you allow this person to treat you like crap, but you go in on everybody else that's really trying to help you or barely do anything to you. But they be like, how you ride hard and they treat you, but so, it can be very unbalanced. It does require prayer. It does require you to do a lot of introspective inner work. What is it about me? What am I doing wrong? What could I be changing? But when it's over to this extreme of that one, then it's time to talk to somebody. It's time to get you some counseling. Ain't nothing wrong with it. She says, Nicole, congratulations, sweetie.
Thank you.
So yeah, there can definitely be some unhealthy and extreme ones. And if you know you on either side, if you alive, you can change today. I don't care if you've been like that for 10 years, you can change today. And any absolute you've created and any ungodly agreement you've made and come into agreement with, you can cancel that today. You ain't got to keep living like that. Don't let anybody lie to you. You got to keep doing it. Unchain thyself and be free.
Amen.
Those are my pours.
Yeah, you got a pour?
Nicole, beautiful job, James said.
Thank you. Well, my pour would be to someone that's like me. Because this platform allows me to share my journey. But I just want to pour into someone that has a hard exterior like me. I have a soft heart, I know, but my exterior is kind of really hard. And I know how to cut people off, but you gotta talk to God. And really, like I said, and I shared it before. When I was in Greensboro, y'all, I was running. When we say Nicole was in them streets, I was in them streets. And God could not get my attention. And when He got it, like, you really have to pay attention to God. You have to listen to His voice, but you also have to trust the process. It's not an easy process, but you have to trust the process. And that's what I'm doing. And this class called Life that I'm going through, that I thought when I was in my 30s and early 40s that I had it all together, you really don't. God will really show you, like, the path that you thought you was going on, it ain't even it. But when you get on the right path and stay on the exits that He tell you to stay on, it gets a little smoother. And sometimes you get the little hurts and bumps and bruises, but it's worth it. So I'm excited about what God has in store for my life. It's hard.
Amen.
It's hard, but I'm getting there. So that's my pour.
Amen. We got one quick reminder. I'm sorry. See, were you finna say something?
Oh.
We got one quick reminder. Don't forget, y'all. Our let me take this off so y'all can see it. Hold on one second. Our October QT book review and discussion is going to be on Torrey Roberts' book Balance. It wasn't suggested, but it was suggested by Sierra. And we will be discussing that toward the end of October. So if you haven't gotten your book, please get it so you can join.
Oh, did we lose it?
Hey,
Here we go.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Huh?
Bring it. You there? You there?
Yes, I'm here. Hold on. Let me bring it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. That was somebody trying to call. So yeah, if you haven't gotten your book, make sure you get it so you can join in on that discussion. Let's all grow together.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. We made it through episode what? 5? Is this 5? 6. All right now. Let's get my book.
Come on, bro. Let's go.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're at the end of the show.
End of the show. Anybody got any final thoughts about the show? Comments?
Please share on all your social media, podcasts, Instagram, Facebook. Please share.
Thank
Sierra,
you.
You want to promote your platform? Mr. Williams, you want to promote that?
Sure. We have videos on YouTube. We have videos on Instagram. At A Pleasant Love. Me and my husband have a YouTube channel, podcast. We talk about love, life, how to get through it, marriage, relationships. So please go check that out. And it's at A Pleasant Love. So please go check that out. Thank y'all.
Nikki?
Yes. Your husband, he got your back. Here you go. Yes, please follow me on Instagram at what is mine? At Coach Nick the Overcomer. Excuse me. There you will find a whole bunch of stuff. I am currently doing a makeover on my Instagram page. You're gonna see a lot of stuff start to disappear and more things reappear. And more things appear, I should say. There'll be more information about my life coaching business, as well as some other stuff in my other podcasts. So follow me at Instagram at Coach Nick the Overcomer. And yes, Queen Nee, we will do that. She's asking when we publish some questions both about whatever we're going to be talking about. So yeah, we definitely do that. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, here on Facebook as well at Nikki Johnson, where you're watching me right now. So yeah. And then we want to reach our first milestone. We want to get 100 subscribers on YouTube and 100 on our Instagram page. So you can find this at the Queen's Takeover Podcast. You have to type it in like that, or you're going to find a bunch of stuff. The Queen's Takeover Podcast. So help us reach 100 subscribers on both, please.
Myself, I'm not on nobody else's podcast, but I do want to promote Sean Harrington for all the watchers, the audience, the Queen Takeover family that's watching in Rockingham. He is hosting a spades night. So I just want to promote him and get him out there. He's trying to do stuff for the community to bring the adults and stuff together so we have a good night. So he was on Nikki's POV with Nick and King. He was one of the kings, Mr. Sean Harrington. Spoke to him and he was saying he wanted to get on. So he goes back and watch our replays and stuff. But yeah, but if you would like to follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Facebook. Of course, my name is Nicole Clark. My Instagram is Nikki1039. It's NICKIE 1039.
And if you want to get information about Sean Harrington, he is on her friends list, but his name is spelled just like it sounds, Sean Harrington. He's doing a good spade tournament. So yeah. Glad you did the shout out to him. Ladies, it was an amazing show. I loved it. If y'all enjoyed the show, please drop us some crowns. Don't forget to share. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all share. Y'all send messages. Y'all are live in these comments. So thank you so much. Y'all gave me energy because, as you can see, I was
Baby, we both was
Gave me
on the
much
side of the
energy.
road. Side of the road. Roadkill.
All right, for our final sign off.
We love
Love
you
you too,
too.
James. It's where we drop a little diamond, a little nugget to you, kings and queens. Keep living your best life. Whatever that is, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. And don't you talk yourself out of being all that God created you to be. So fix your crown. Love you all so much. See you next Tuesday for the Takeover
Peace.
Tuesday. Peace
We
out.
love y'all, the queens.